Good morning, my beautiful friends. I'm just at a beautiful beach, and I wanted to show you the natural beauty of what we're surrounded by and how it suits us. Being around water is symbolic. It's spiritual. It's really refreshing. It renews you, and it really makes you think about the vastness of the world we're living in and the vastness of this universe, not even just this world. I'll just quickly show you the view that I am blessed with today. There we go, friends. There's a lovely, beautiful beach. It's a beautiful day. It's an amazing day to enjoy a bit of sunshine So the message I was thinking about today to send out was basically about beauty. What is beauty? And how we can sustain the beauty inside of us, or even create beauty inside of us. So the definition of beauty is about what is pleasing to the eye. And as you know, folks, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I very, very strongly believe in it. I am not someone who thinks of beauty as something that is trendy. That to me is not beauty. Beauty has nothing to do with trends. Yes, in the social media, that's what the definition of beauty is presented as different trends that are happening around you, and you got to be able to match those trends, or got to be able to align yourself with those trends. That's not what I believe beauty is. Ladies and gentlemen, I firmly believe beauty is very, very subjective. It's not objective. You know why? Because in the 17th century, beauty was shown as someone who is really well fed, right? So really big, obese people, overweight people were called beautiful. And then you have those, that 60s and 70s era where being anorexic and being stick thin was glorified. And that's what the era, when the modeling era started, basically. And you have those big, big brands banking on those beauty standards, basically. And the women were told that the only way they are considered beautiful if they were stick thin. So my friends, beauty standards vary across the ages, and that is why I do not believe that beauty is conform to what the trends are. No, I strongly never believed that, and I still to this day don't believe that. And that's something I've picked up on really quickly when I was a teenager. I saw all the girls around me wearing ridiculous clothes, trying to just match with what's going on and really trying hard to be someone who they're not. Is that beauty? Maybe to them. Like I said, beauty is subjective. Like, who am I to tell you that you're not beautiful if you're following trends? No, that's not the whole point. This is my own personal opinion. And that's my own philosophy about what beauty is. To me, my personal definition of beauty is something that is something that you should sustain and you should be able to keep up with, or you should aspire any kind of standards. So for me, beauty is skin deep as well as the external, factors of what beauty is. For us women, I personally think beauty is how to be healthy within your own skin, how to look healthy and radiant, and that comes from within, And when I say within, of course, you can't be a couch potato sitting and eating junk food, consuming junk online or on the TV that you see. This is the propaganda. If you're doing that, eating junk food, consuming junk in social media or on TV, and be surrounded by toxic people who not only drain your energy, but don't contribute to your well-being. So my friends, I don't believe that you can be beautiful from inside out if you're living your life that way? No, I'm sorry. I have to break it to you. Yeah, you might still look beautiful from the outside, sure. But even physically, that beauty will not be sustainable. You know why I say that? Because once you have cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and once you have that circulating in your body, a lot of inflammation is built up, and you start getting all these, and not to say wrinkles are bad, no, that's a beautiful aging process. But when you have all that stress hormone, cortisol, running in your body 24/7 because of your stressful job, your stressful boss, or your stressful spouse, or your stressful lover, or just the unnecessary media content that you're watching that is not doing anything to your mind. My friends, eventually there comes a point, it might take 1 year, it might take 10 years, it might take 15 years, but eventually your body, your 3D world, reality that you call beauty, it will fade. It will fade. So friends, let's start looking at beauty in a more sustainable, in a more in a way where you're able to maintain it. Let's start thinking beauty in a way that you can maintain and you can sustain over the years. And you can actually even pass on that gift of beauty to other people. How do we do that? Well, let's just start by being comfortable in our own skin. Let no one tell you that your skin color or the texture of your skin or something about yourself. Let's even step away from skin. Let no one tell you the way you dress, the way you walk or talk is bad or it's not acceptable. No. You got to define what beauty is within yourself first. So what do you consider beautiful? For me, beauty is I want to maintain it. I want to sustain it. I want to look gorgeous and I want to feel gorgeous for the next 100 years. I don't know how far I'm going to live, how much I'm going to be, on this earth, on this planet. I don't know. Neither do you. So for me, beauty, we need to start looking at beauty as a way of living. It's not a 3D phenomenon. Beauty is not 3D only. No, because everything, end of the day, is vibrations. Okay, let's start looking at what the social media feeds you, right, about beauty. The social media will tell you beauty is about six packs, is about being stick thin if you're a woman, or toned, or what have you. And then for men, it's all about having, that Herculean, strong, the Greek god body where you have to aspire to be athletic and have these big muscles and that is laughable, guys. You know why? Because like I said in the beginning of my video, beauty is subjective. What the beauty trend is now might not be the same the next 20 years. A long time ago in France, in France, there was a trend where men had to wear pink clothes. They had to have long hair to be beautiful. And, they might have to even wear wigs to make their hair look long. And what we consider masculine, what I'm trying to say is what we consider masculine 100 or even 200 years ago was the opposite sometimes. So men were actually encouraged to be more feminine. Like feminine, when I say feminine and masculine, I'm talking relative to what the time is or what the era we're living in. So men were encouraged to be more feminine and women were encouraged to be more conservative and wear greys, and women were told to wear black and greys and whites to denote purity and to denote that they're serious and somber. That's what we're working with, ladies and gentlemen. The society's concept of beauty is ever so changing that you can't keep up. Like, if someone from 200 years ago came to this world now, then they'll think that, women are being more masculine and men are being more feminine. And you can't call today's beauty standards as to be the beauty standard to aspire to. No, get out of there. Get out of there. Start living in your own beauty standard. Define your own beauty standards. What are your beauty standards? So just talking about my personal beauty standards are to live clean. When I say clean, it's about eating clean or trying to eat clean, trying not to eat those seed oils which are so bad for you, and start eating more or like cooking in oils that are better for you, like lard or animal fats or ghee. Ghee is the best. I aspire to actually use ghee in all my cooking, and ghee is basically clarified butter, and there's no seed oils in it. So anything that has seed oils, avocado oil is not as bad. I mean, it's not perfect, of course, but avocado oils is leaps and bounds. And when I say avocado oils, guys, do not buy pomace olive oil, because pomace olive oil is just rubbish olive oil. Don't buy that. Buy extra virgin olive oil, possibly from local, like I live in Australia, so I try to buy Australian olive oil, or maybe sometimes Italian or Spanish, if it is from a good brand, of course. So first you got to eliminate all the sources where the inflammation can enter your body. And the number one is processed food, which of course has tons of palm oil, is freaking ridiculously harmful, first of all, because every processed food will have palm oil. If you have a look at the ingredients, let's start eliminating what's actually toxic for our bodies, because beauty is skin deep. It is. And I don't believe what anyone says. Beauty is skin deep. You're not going to look beautiful the next 10 years if you're consuming junk. Let me be honest with you. And I'm someone who has lived a few decades on this world, and I know a little bit. I'm not claiming I know 100%, no, and not in any capacity, but I know for a fact that beauty is skin deep. So my friends, let's do not consume seed oils like canola oil, rice bran oils, and sunflower oils. They are toxins to your body. They start attacking your body because they're high in omega-6. Omega-3, was it? Or omega-6? I do apologize. I know about omega-6 and omega-3 now. For the life of me, I can't remember what it was. But yeah, start consuming foods that are good for your body. And seed oils are the number one thing that are really toxic. They are the number one cause of inflammation in your body. When we are giving food to the children, be mindful of what kind of foods you're giving to your children, so their bodies and their minds can grow. And when you have inflammation circulating your body, so all your body is doing, instead of healing it and repairing it, it's only using your energy, your sacred energy, to fight off that inflammation. Then you shouldn't even be doing that. You shouldn't be introducing inflammation in your body. You should be reserving your body's energy towards healing it, right? That's the main purpose of our bodies. And our bodies will heal. Our bodies will make you look beautiful. Your body will make you look the best version of yourself only if you feed it right. You have to start feeding it the right foods, so it can nourish you. It can make you look beautiful. It can make you feel beautiful. You got to start doing that. And you're not going to do that with all the media telling you. I mean, now we have more awareness, but 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, no one was telling us that seed oils are really, really toxic. And, a lot of people still believe, it doesn't have a lot of fats. It's really good for you because the doctors tell me that I have to eat seed oils because it has less fats. Are you kidding me? Our ancestors ate cooked in animal fats, cooked in butter, and they had 100 times or 200 times less cancer rates, less heart conditions than we have now. So we got to start questioning what the big companies or the big brands and media is telling you. It's nonsense. Let me put it that way. Let me be just frank. And I don't care what anyone thinks, because like I said, you can click off if you don't resonate with my message. Absolutely fine. I'm here to share awareness to people who want to change for the better, not for the worse, for the better. So start feeding your bodies a much healthier diet, and not only diets, I need you to start thinking about what media content you're consuming. Are you consuming Fox News, CNN, or your local news that tells you how bad people who are being oppressed are and how good the people attacking them are? My friends, they are the same people who will tell you to go jump off a cliff in the nicest way possible, and you wouldn't even know it. So start consuming the right kind of information for your body and your mind and your souls to tell you what's right and what's wrong around you. Do not let social media and big media corporations fool you into telling you what's your reality around you, because you got to wake up, open your eyes yourself, do your own due diligence to find the truth. Find out the truth around you. It's the same media that told us smoking was actually better for you. That's the same big corporation that told you that cocaine is good for you. They used to actually prescribe cocaine to babies to put them to sleep. That's the kind of media you are consuming. The same people. It's just different names now and different people and mass propaganda. So start consuming content that's actually beneficial to you, which tells you the actual reality of things and actually tells you, things for your peace of mind, so that you can make the right choices for yourself, for your bodies, and for your minds, and for your families. You're responsible for your own family, for your own bodies, for yourself, for your life, for your families, your friends. I would even go as far as to say your friends. You know why? Because if your friends are offended by you telling them, of course, and when you start teaching the right things to people, do it nicely. Do not yell at them or belittle them or make them feel ashamed of their choices. No, that's not the point, because my friends, one day you were doing the same. 1 month ago, 1 year ago, 5 years ago, I don't care, or 2 days ago, you were doing the same. You were consuming the same things. But start being aware of the fact that everyone's on their own journey, and if you are telling them, do it with love. Do it with compassion. Do it with the sincerity in your heart when you're sending the message out. So friends, start consuming things that beautify you inside out. The food, the media, the thoughts that you're having, the relationships you have. So the relationships you have, that's a really tough one. Sure, we can cut out foods that are not right for you. Sure, we can cut out media that's not right for you. But what do you do when you're stuck in friendships, stuck in a marriage, or stuck in any kind of love relationships that's not right for you, stuck in family dynamics that are toxic? My friends, that toxic relationship will increase the cortisol levels, and cortisol levels circulating in us day in, day out are toxic. Yes, you need cortisol sometimes to get things done on time, to run away from danger. For example, cortisol serves a purpose, like anything in our body serves a purpose. So if you don't have cortisol, you're going to die. Or at least you would die 100 years ago or 200 years ago when a lion was running to you, or you didn't have food and you had to have cortisol in your body to tell you, hey, you got to get out and go hunt for food, or go gather some food, or go and build a house for your own security. Yes, we do need cortisol 100% to make sure the things are done on time, or to make sure to give us that motivation to wake up for our jobs or business. Even though, my friends, I know we are lazy beings. I'm lazy, you're lazy. You know, that's a natural human thing. Don't be ashamed of it. Embrace it. That's fine. You need to be lazy sometimes. In the weekend, you need that time. Or just take time off work if you're stressed. So cortisol does serve a purpose, but cortisol is not meant to be in your body, running through your system 24/7. And that, my friend, will cause havoc. So having toxic relationships and toxic workplaces or toxic neighborhoods or communities will diminish you. And eventually it will eat away at your good looks. So the pretty looks that you have, if you have any toxic relationships that's affecting you badly, in a few years or months, it's going to take its toll. And you're going to look horrible. You're going to look like an 80, 90-year-old drugged out man or woman that hasn't had a good life. In your early years, that's what toxicity and toxic relationship does. And that's what bad diet does as well. And listening to bad contents and destructive things will do to your body. So I need you to start looking at beauty as skin deep, because it is physiologically and physically is skin deep. Because when you're working with a multitude of things like food, like relationships, like the vibrations that you are subjected to day in, day out, if you're subjected to negative, toxic, low vibrations every day of your life, or even a couple of times a week, it doesn't even have to be every day, but vibrations linger, you know, and then you start thinking and operating from that low vibing, you know, energies, and that's toxic, because then you pass it along to your family, to your friends, and that, my friends, is really, really bad. So start looking at beauty as skin deep. Who cares about what the trends are? Trends come and go. Today the trend is about you know, women having like a thigh gap or whatnot. My gosh, I just laugh whenever I look at all these trends, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, if you engage in it in a light-hearted manner with your friends, make a video, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you're doing it just for fun. But if you're actually basing your own sense of worth on those trends, my friend, you're not going to go far in life. No. And you need to do your due diligence and start waking up to what actually beauty is within you, and how you can sustain it and nourish it, and actually start thinking what the media is telling you. Is it true? Are the trends that you're being thrown at, the media just wants to make money, that's all. They want to sell products. They want to sell content to you, so you actually feel bad. And I'm going to say it's not even a subject for women. No, men are just as susceptible, just as vulnerable to those beauty trends, especially our young men who don't have that guidance from their dads or their mums even. If they don't have a dad and their mum doesn't tell them not to fall prey to that, or their cousins or their big brothers or their friends. I already said friends. Like the society is telling them to be that way. If they don't have that guidance, they're just as susceptible and just as vulnerable as young women or older women are. So let's start looking at beauty, and let's start propagating message that is right, that is true, instead of propagating messages that are actually bad for us. So friends, let's start thinking and acting on what beauty is, what real, sustainable and long-term beauty is for you. Do you want to live life of misery and comparing yourself to those Instagram models? They don't even look real in real life. No, I have deleted personally all those influencers and all those people who make me feel bad. I've deleted them, and that's what you got to do. Start looking at how you can make yourself feel beautiful in your own skin, and how you can actually be healthy. And when you're healthy, you're naturally beautiful. That's the byproduct of being actually looking after yourself. That's just a side effect. If you start actually looking after yourself, your skin, your body, your thoughts, what you're consuming online or on TV, you're going to look beautiful. It's a byproduct of that. And you don't even need makeup, honestly. Like all this makeup, I'm not against it. I use makeup, of course. But what I'm saying is start being aware of what you're putting on your body, inside your body, and in your mind and your soul. Because if you're putting too many toxins on your body, on your nails, what for? Who for? For people who don't even give a shit? Or people who will look at you and compliment you for 1 second, and then you're the one dealing with all that carnage and all that damage to your body day in, day out, putting those toxins and damaging your endocrine and your hormonal and your inflammatory status in your body. Don't do that. Don't do that. Buy beauty products that you know doesn't contain the toxins, Or best yet, be a minimalist. Put the minimum amount of things on your skin or on your body, whereby you can still look presentable, but you can still be confident about yourself. So start looking beauty different from what is being told of you. All right, with that, my friends, I bid you a great day and be thankful for all the blessings you have and stay beautiful. Until next time.